Hello,
Hey,
everybody. Thank you, dog. It's Friday. Yay.
Happy TDIF, everyone.
Yeah. I see a little wiggly tail in your little corner, too.
Got a Lulu right here.
Well, today it's it's a project that pups will adore. Obviously, they're coming out of the woodwork. They're coming from all corners of the house. Ginger and Lulu want to be an integral part of today's project because there's a reward at the end. So hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining with us today. Go grab your pups, pull up a chair, tell your friends and neighbors. This one's going to be fun craft. We get together every Friday at the same time, wherever you're watching us. And have all kinds of fun things, crafts and recipes and all that kind of stuff in our honor and love of pups. My name is Patty Quinn, and I'm here with Hillary Buchholz.
Hello, everybody.
We are the kooky, crazy co-founders of We Heart Hounds, and we're so happy to have you with us today. Truly an honor and pleasure. It really brightens up our day. It's the best part of our week to be here with you.
It's the best day of the week by far.
And we just can't wait to get started. We're going to jump in. So today we're doing a DIY Snuffle Ball Dog Toy. So if you're familiar with the Snuffle mats, and if you're not, they're basically a fleece mat that has a bunch of fleecy fingers that stick up, and you can kind of tuck and hide little treats in all of those little fleece parts that are sticking up. Today we're making a ball that instead of the little fluffy fingers, we're going to be making some floofy folds and all the nooks and crannies for the treats to hide in. So it's just another take on it's starting to become a really popular dog toy, the Snuffle mat. And if you don't have the supplies to make a Snuffle mat, this is a super easy way to make the Snuffle mat in the shape of a ball. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to just move this out just a little bit so you can see my desk a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to grab some fleece, and I've got a couple colors here. I actually used 3 colors for mine, but this is what's left over.
I did as well.
And then you're going to want to trace 32 circles. So I've got one traced and cut out here. I said traced, I meant cut. Hillary has a trick for not having to trace, but you can just grab a piece of cardboard, and really the size is up to you. The tutorial that we're putting together for our website and everything says it's an 8-inch circle, and that's what I have. And I used like just a salad plate or a dessert plate and kind of traced it on cardboard and cut that out for my little template. But Hillary has a really sweet idea for hers.
So I'm just using a Pyrex lid. This ends up being about a 6-inch circle, but depending on your bigger lid, you can go bigger or smaller, whatever you want. I think the bigger you go, the easier it'll probably be at the end for your dog to snuffle around in. The smaller, it might make it a little bit more challenging. But one of the things that I found, if you double up, because you're going to be cutting out 32 circles, if you double up your fleece, if your fleece isn't super thick, double up your fleece and then take your little lid and then just kind of rub it into the fleece. And then you can see it creates your outline there, and then you can just cut it out from there. And you can use regular scissors, or we thought this would be really cute if you use some pinking shears. So it gives it that kind of
little zigzag scissors.
Zigzagged edges.
So makes it a little more fun and festive, I think. Yeah, it's really cute. And I actually haven't. I'm going to do mine real quick. I was doubling up on mine as well, but it was a little thicker to cut using the pinking shear. So let me just do my little zigzag here. The other thing to think about is in terms of the size of the circles that you want to do is they'll actually determine the size of your ball. So if you're making 8-inch circles, your finished ball will be 8 inches in size, and Hillary's doing 6-inch circles, so hers is going to be about 6 inches in size. So just kind of take that into consideration when you're putting this together for the size of the pups that you have and all that kind of stuff. And as Hillary said, we're pretty sure that the larger the size of the ball, the easier, because the folds are bigger and they can really get in there and find it. The smaller it is, the tighter those folds will be and all that kind of stuff. So make it a little more challenging. But if that's what you want, if you want to really challenge your pup, then there you go. All right. So then the next thing, I'm moving ahead. The next thing you want to do is fold it in half like a little taco. And then you're going to fold it in half again. So we're going to quarter it. And it's going to kind of look like a little ice cream cone or a cone shape. Yep. And then down at that bottom where everything's folded together at the peak or the point down at the bottom, about not quite an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, we're going to want to cut a little hole with our X-Acto knife. And I just have a little X-Acto knife here. I just want to make sure you cut through all 4 layers of fabric. There we go. So I'm going to go, you can see I've got my knife all the way through all 4 layers. And then we're going to take some zip ties. You just need 4 zip ties. And here's my little package of zip ties. I'm using 8-inch. You can use 11-inch or larger. I wouldn't go any smaller than 8-inch. I
have 14-inch, and you'll trim off the excess. So longer is okay. Just don't go too small so that you can't get them all.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't go smaller than 8 inches. I think 8 inches is pretty good. And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to add this to your zip tie, and then you're going to put 8 of them on your zip tie. And obviously we've got a bunch of ours already done. And before you close it up, you're going to want to close your first one. You're going to do this 4 times. So I've got a bunch more. Here's my 3rd one. And my last one. And then when the first one that you close up, you want to close it loosely. So there's still quite a bit left, lots of room in there, right? We're just going to keep it nice and loose. And then what you do is you're going to take your next one that's still open, and we're going to slide it through that loop in that first one that you had closed up. And we're going to close this one up, but again, loosely. So now we've got 2 of these together. And then you just kind of work your way around. So you can move it over. And Ginger, you helping me out, sweetheart? You know this is going to be fun, don't you? And you stick your next one through and close it loosely. And then you do that with the last one. So you're going to have 4 all hooked together. 3 of them are hooked to that the first one that you closed. All right. So then you're going to all have them loosely connected together to that first one. You can kind of see. So once you've got that, then you just start pulling on all 4 ends and you just start tightening them up little bit by little bit. I kind of just, rather than do them all at once, do one all at once, I just kind of go around and just to make sure they're kind of evenly distributed. And I just snug it, fit, snug it, fit, snug it, fit. I hear these little zipper sounds. It's so funny. All right. And then you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling until you get them all nice and tight in there. All right. All right. I think that's about it. All right. So now you got them, your 4 little ends kind of poking up and out. Yours looks like a little alien or something, little antennae. That's so cute. But see, isn't this great how it puts it all together? Just snug as a bug in a rug. Like, I love this. This is it. So then all you're going to do is you're going to snip off the ends. And yeah, we can do that real quick. I'll just do one real quick. Snip off the end as close as you can. So you're cutting off your ends. You're going to do that to all 4 of them. And then because the ends are a little stiff and a little pokey, and you know, our pups are going in with their noses to find treats. The best thing to do is get a little sandpaper, or you can melt it, gently turn your hot glue gun on, right? And the tip of your hot glue, you're not going to use the glue, but the tip of the hot glue gun warms up like a curling iron, right? It heats up, and you can use just that tip of the curling iron to melt, to soften that edge that you've snipped off.
Just kind of round out those edges.
Yeah.
Make it
so there's
sharp.
there's the one. I don't know if I can show it to you, but there's the edge, and it's just got enough of a sharp edge to it that you want to soften that. So again, sandpaper, or you can use something to melt it with. And then once you get all that done, you are going to fill it with treats, and you want to make sure they're dry. So not wet treats. And we love our little farmhound treats here. This is some of Ginger's favorites. So I'm just going to break up a little piece, and you just tuck them into the fold. And we'll see. Yes, the one in my hand is the easier one to get to. Can you find it? What's in there? What's in there, huh? And they might need a little help to figure out at first. Oh, there you go. You got it. They might need a little help, at first, before they're figuring, oh, yeah, you're going to see if there's more. Not yet. And so, yeah, just fill it up. I would probably, at least when you first start, I wanted to count how many I put in there, so I make sure I get them all out. You can also shake and, shake it outside and make sure you get all the treats outside. Out of it when it's done, and then you can just toss this in the washing machine and wash it, and let it dry, and you're good to go. You could probably even throw it in the dryer. You'll get fleecy fluff everywhere, but that's okay. She's really going to town.
She loves it. That's
awesome. My gosh, she does. She really does. She really does. So I love this because this will keep your pup entertained, interactive, engaged for a long, long time. The only other caveat that I would say, or tip that I would say, is please watch your dog while they're using this. One of the things I noticed with Ginger when I first had her playing with this, she would find a treat on one side of the fold and her nose would be on the other side, and she'd start to try and chew, right? Chew her way through to get to the treat on the other side. So obviously if they're chewing on this and that kind of, you don't want them to swallow the fleece. So just keep an eye on it, just like any other kind of toys.
Yeah.
And make sure, you're supervising their play activity, but it is definitely something that if you want to be cooking in the kitchen, or, well, pups will hang out with you in the kitchen, but if you want to be doing something and give your pup something to keep them entertained, oh my gosh, this is absolutely, you could tell, right? There was only one treat in here and she's still going crazy for it. So I just love this thing. I think it's so cute. It's a great idea for snuffle activities. And we're going to try and come up with some more. I love these brain games for dogs, right? These are just amazing. They're a lot of fun.
Well, and it's so important to keep them engaged, and especially if there's bad weather or things like that, so that they have something to do that really helps them get that brain work going, get a little bit of that energy used up. So that's awesome. And it encourages them to kind of come out of their shell a little bit too. So Lulu happens to be kind of timid. So most toys that I'll bring to her, she's a little bit timid about them. But if you have something like this, that's a treat toy, it's got a reward at the end. It helps kind of get her out of her shell as well. So that's nice too.
Exactly. So days when it's too hot to be outside, or too cold to be outside, or too wet and rainy to be outside, this is a fun activity. We don't want our pups just being couch potatoes. It's fun to snuggle up with them, but they need stimulation and exercise and, really get their brains going. And their noses really are truly how they see the world. Our eyesight. Our eyesight is our best sense. Theirs is their nose. That's how they bring in all the senses and of their surroundings. And so to kind of help them hone in on that skill is just really fun, and they absolutely love it, right? So this is great.
And we do, as Patty mentioned, we do have we have a snuffle mat. We also have another kind of snuffle basket and another different kind of treat snuffle ball thing.
Yep.
So in our playlist down below, and I'll link those other videos that we had as well. If you're looking for kind of fun, interactive games and toys for your pup, check those out. Or if you're looking for just fun craft and things in honor of your love of pups, we have a huge long playlist, all kinds of fun ideas.
Yeah.
If you know somebody that would enjoy these, please share, share, comment. All of those things really help us out a ton if you do that. So we would really appreciate it.
Exactly. Thanks so much, everybody, for being with us today. Go grab some fleece, tear up a sweatshirt, cut up a sweatshirt, or a bunch. You're going to need 32 circles, so cut up quite a few sweatshirts.
It'll be a little while.
And and grab some zip ties and some, zigzag scissors, and off you go. Like, this couldn't be easier. It's so much fun, and what a rewarding toy or gift for your favorite dog lover, right? This would be a perfect Christmas gift. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We hope we've inspired you to have some fun this weekend with your pups. Take good care of yourself, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.